Well, let's circulate, circulate right back to Billboard's Hot 100, August 23rd, 1980, once again, Mr. DJ. And the song that I want to talk to you about, this was a major disappointment. If I could bring that song up for you, here it is. Thunder and Lightning by Chicago, debuting at number 86 that week, August 23rd, 1980. Billboard's Hot 100 is from the album Chicago 14. Chicago 14 was a commercial flop. I'll go into that in just a minute. Their previous album, Chicago 13, yielded no hits. Didn't have any hits off the album, nothing that was really big. And they were trying to recoup a little bit on Chicago 14, but with very limited success. They made some changes. Donnie Dacus, D-A-C-U-S, he left the band. He was one of the group's guitarists. He left the band, and they replaced him with a guy named Charles Pinnock to do some live playing, and he was a session player on this album. And they changed, they got another producer. This guy was really big. Tom Dowd. That looked really promising. Tom Dowd, big producer, recording engineer with Atlantic Records back in the 50s, 60s, probably going into the 70s. He was recording engineer back in the 50s when Tom Dowd was recording records by Ray Charles, the Coasters, the Drifters, Ruth Brown. Later on, he worked with Sonny and Cher, the Rascals, everybody, just about everybody but the Beatles and the Monkees. He's worked with, gosh, I'm trying to, let's see, I mentioned the Rascals, Eric Clapton, Rod Stewart, the Eagles, and, well, everybody, Sonny and Cher. And having Tom Dowd on board, it certainly looked promising. But when the band started recording the album, they were just not on the same wavelength. Tom Dowd trying to shepherd this album through, but they were just not on the same wavelength, him and the group. And there were obviously some differences there. And CBS Records, they didn't promote the album. It was poorly promoted by CBS Records. Chicago hit a low point in 1980 from about the summer of 1979, 1980, going to 1981. Of course, they had a big comeback hit in 1982, but they hit a low point. They lost their producer, and I don't remember why. I think they had some differences with their previous producer, James William Garcia. James William Garcia, who produced their first 8, 9, or 10 albums, 25 to 6 to 4. Make Me Smile, Feeling Stronger Every Day, Oldies, all produced by James William Garcia, who also produced the Buckinghams back in 1967, but no longer with Chicago by 1980. The song was underproduced. The album was underproduced to fit into the so-called new wave environment that was developing in 1979 and 1980, but it just didn't work. As a matter of fact, they left CBS. They left Columbia. CBS paid them to leave the label. Of course, I'm sure they got a nice settlement out of that, but still a disappointment. Thunder and Lightning. I've got to say, listening to this song, well, what's it? This is 2016, 1980, about 36 years ago. Not as commercial as some of their previous records. Not near as commercial as some of their previous hits. Got as high as number 56 on Billboard's Hot 100 for 9 weeks. Well, here it is at Chicago, Thunder and Lightning at number 86 on Billboard's Hot 100, August 23rd, 1980.